I call the member for Capricornia.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development. Will the Minister advise the House of action the government is taking to encourage new projects and job growth in central Queensland? How does extreme green lawfare present an obstacle to this goal?
I call the Deputy Prime Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Capricornia for her question. As the member would be well aware, the downturn in the mining sector has cost jobs, substantial numbers of jobs in central Queensland. That's why it's so important for new projects to be given a go-ahead as quickly as possible. We need to find ways to smooth the approvals process so that we can actually get jobs being created again in central Queensland, building projects that will actually deliver for our nation in the long term. Of course there needs to be thorough and appropriate environmental consideration, but the way in which the process is drawn out week after week, month after month, year after year by frivolous legal actions that are not about the substance of the issue, but looking at legal technicalities to delay and delay. Now, this is not some kind of accidental or community-motivated process. The reality was that a prospectus was put out in November 2011 talking about an almost $1 million campaign to stop the Australian coal mining boom. So this is a deliberate strategy, and the strategy was circulated by Greenpeace, Coal Swarm and the Graham Wood Foundation. Mentioned through the document are well-known people like Drew Hotton from Shut the Gate, who's been involved in every protest I can remember since my childhood. The reality is that these people have got a deliberate strategy, raising substantial amounts of money to stop projects. And they actually outline in detail their intention to use legal processes to delay and delay until the proponents are eventually exhausted and walk away. They don't win the moral argument, they cost us the jobs, but all they're interested in is delaying and delaying. Now, after this recent case, which delays the Carmichael project yet again, the Queensland Labor Minister demanded that the Commonwealth take action to fix the EPBC Act to prevent this kind of delaying activity from continuing into the future. Now, the Queensland Government, of course, is having it both ways, because on the one hand they're funding the organisations that are running the protest. They've taken $400 million off infrastructure expenditure that was going to benefit this particular project. But on the other hand, the Minister in Queensland, in the state Labor government, knows that these circumstances in the EPBC Act have the potential to delay and prevent projects from proceeding right across the state. We're about creating jobs. We want these projects to proceed. This particular project will create something like $20 billion or more in royalties for the state and taxes to governments. But it will also create 10,000 jobs. 10,000 jobs that will be absolutely critical to the people of central Queensland.
I call the member for